Welcome back to Astro's Playroom, and here's the reference I missed that Theo pointed out earlier. MLB The Show. For quite a long time, Sony actually had exclusivity on publishing the official MLB licensed games. Baseball,
Done by apparently the San Diego studio, if I recall correctly.
Yes, as of recently, there was a new contract where the MLB, for those who don't know, it's the Major League Baseball thing. Is that correct, Jova?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They recently did this thing with Sony where, okay, from this point on, we want this to be multi-platform. Otherwise, we're going to go to a different developer. So Sony...
Oh, of course, the PS3 land is called Cooling Springs, because Lord knows that system needed to cool down quite a bit.
Anyway, the Cooling Springs is where the cooling system of the PS5 is located. There you go, see? Look at all those fans. Alright, I actually do have something, a pre-prepared joke that I want to make with the first ever reference we're going to get in this level, so allow me.
Okay.
Alright.
Whoa! Who knows what we'll find in the PS3 Oasis.
Alright, here we are. There you go.
Oh, even as a lifesaver.
Cooling Springs is actually kind of the beach level. This part is kind of the beach level of the game, kind of.
Okay, this has got to be where that curse
this also works.
This is gonna be.
No, that's in GPU Jungle, like I said. Where was I? Oh yeah. Another cool thing, like to go talk about the attic. Oh, hold on. Allow me.
Okay.
I'm a god boy from a distant land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a bot. But the truth is, I'm a god. And so are you. Boy, do you have nothing to say? Hold on, Kratos bot. Don't worry, it's just me playing around. It's not a giant snake trying to eat you.
It's pretty cool that they bother to reference both the Olympus Saga and the Norse one, in case there was someone who preferred one over the other.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. That's
I looked at
Oh no!
Rocco!
Oh, please don't.
Oh yes!
Look, Rocco, this is a very bad idea. And he did it. Oh.
It's okay, it can re-assimilate.
Seriously, Loco Roco as a franchise is weird. Like, even for Japanese standards.
It's cute.
Oh no, it is, but it's still weird.
Why don't you tell our audience about the franchise, Kia?
As a puzzle game, it's pretty cool, you know, rolling physics, you know, about what you're supposed to do. But, again, it's the aesthetic that it's used, this weird ball creature, and there's a lot of, you know, innuendos all over the place. But if I compare it, it's still marketed like Peggy 3 or something.
So tell me, is it as crazy as Katamari Damacy?
Not in that kind of way, Jova, nor for that matter stuff like, say, Parodius, but more in a, you know, again... Hello?
There's a crab bot, and he's apparently...
It's not giant, sorry, it's not giant, doesn't count. But no, it's not in that kind of surreal way, it's just that it's impressive how they managed to get away with that kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Hey look, a PlayStation floating...
A PlayStation float.
Yep. Alright, and look at this bot. She loves me not.
No, don't you mean she loves me, bot?
And that other bot over there is just, I guess, confused as to what he's doing. I guess this is one of the rare bots that developed emotions. So
I was going to say, I'm guessing that the bot that's watching him is his crush.
Maybe.
Maybe yes, maybe not. Fanfic writers, get on it!
Yes, there will be fan fiction of this game.
I'm not gonna feel complete until that is resolved.
I'm guessing there's already porn of this game too.
Sure, why not?
At least someone tried this on the open.
Yeah, some things are best to be left unknown, Jova.
A good one too.
Well, Theo, is that a challenge?
No.
What you ask for is impossible too. Sorry.
Jova,
Okay.
if it was a challenge, I would ask things. No, sorry, I would check things myself.
Anyway, Alright, if I remember correctly, this is just coins here. Yeah, it is.
Also, dolphin bots.
Lovely.
Alright. And this one is having fun, clearly. And he's using a UMD.
Wait a minute. I didn't know that the PS5 supported Dolphin.
One of them's showing off on the beach.
Well, it's interesting you say that, Jova, because you can use Dolphin on the Series S and X if you use the dev mode. So there's that.
Not surprising there.
Okay, there you go.
Yay.
Alright, let's see what's in here. There you go.
Oh, man, that enemy was just chilling.
Sorry, Jova. It's the enemy needs to die.
And artifact.
It's a PlayStation.
The PSI camera. This ain't no toy.
Yeah.
Someone was having fun.
Was this the one that was used for the Eye of Judgment? I forgot.
I think so, yes.
For the augmented reality.
In the meantime, someone's giving a
augmented
surfing class.
reality.
And you can even jump on that surfboard and join the class. So that's nice.
Oh,
Oh, look! Concrete bot!
yay. The drawings of that magical brush are coming to life.
Yes. Yeah, and,
That's pretty cute.
and those bots are really keen on this artist's work.
I actually tried the Concrete Genie on one of the cons I went to in 2019. It was pretty interesting, but I couldn't, sink my teeth too much into it.
Sure. I'll also give it a chance myself at one point. Alright, let's go through these shapes and anatomy. There we go. Alright. Let's see, what else is in here? Well, might as well
More
close-
enemies. Man,
Well,
this species is really crawling with enemies despite all the bots hanging around.
We. Alright, what else? We're missing one puzzle piece. Let's see if I can find it.
Why am I not
Oh.
surprised that the PS3 area has a lot of sand weighing it down?
To be fair, Jova, it also has I get the idea also that the cooling thing about, the water may refer to some early systems on cooling down that actually did use liquid for it.
Well, it's like I said earlier. Of course, the PS3 area is chock full of all the fans.
This particular area is really good also for showcasing the haptics because the haptics change depending on whether you're in the water or walking in the sand. Basically,
Really?
It all depends on how strong the taps you feel on your hands are, Jova. Again, hard to explain, you just have to play it to see what I mean.
Oh,
No. I totally get what you're doing there.
Alright,
the
the
PS3 controller.
DualShock 3 wireless controller. Can you use the 6-axis fast 10 times, Teo?
It is my middle finger enough.
Yes. For those who don't know, the 6-axis was basically their first attempt at employing motion controls to sort of help with the immersion here and there. It didn't work out well.
Also,
Like,
this is
at all.
The technology was still too early.
This is something strictly personal, but it also applied also to the PS4. But while I do appreciate also the functionality of wireless, I never found it comfortable enough. I kind of need a pathological feeling of needing my controller still attached to the console, so I tend to play still with that.
I totally get what you mean. Like, well, it wasn't until like the PS4 where I was really comfortable with doing wireless controllers.
Not me. I am actually the opposite. Like, not having less wires around the room, that makes it so much more convenient for me. Like, much less of a hassle.
I'm guessing
I
the
know.
PS5 is now
Things.
completely wireless now.
Well,
So how do you get to the next area?
well, look, notice too, I'm looking for the final puzzle piece.
No, I thought you... No, it was an artifact, not a puzzle piece, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, not the desert.
What?
No, well, Whips, this is not a desert. This is a beach.
Whips.
There's a difference.
Not just any desert. It's the,
Oh, there it is.
It's the bit in Pokemon Gen 3 where you have to go through a sandstorm.
And you mean the sand, the glasses, yes.
Sure, but a beach and a desert are not really the same thing.
Oh no, the Bob was aching for his life.
Well, good luck with that, dude.
Okay, now where are we?
Well, let's see.
Ominous. Oh,
Ooh,
hello.
a pool.
Again with the
And,
rubber.
and of course,
Well,
rubber
this
duckies.
prepares
Gotta have the
the
rubber
sword.
duckies.
Away from the beach for those of us who hate sand.
Again, it's just to showcase the haptics that the game has whenever you're on water, basically.
Although now you have trailed sand into a swimming pool, which is
The haptics, aren't they mainly like a thing on the triggers, or are they also a thing on the analog stick?
Okay, what's this a reference to?
Fat Princess.
Yeah, one of the minor franchises on the PS3, but it had its fan. If I recall correctly, it was kind of like a tower defense game,
Yeah.
but I never tried it personally.
There you go. To answer your question, Andro, the triggers are adaptive triggers, as in the resistance on the resistance on the triggers will change depending on the game. The haptic feedback is the way the game reacts in terms of its vibrations. It's not unlike your vibrations prior to the DualSense, where it's just will just be the whole controller shaking at once, and there's only one level of intensity. In here, the DualSense is full of little vibrating thingies that can be easily programmed by the developer, so that only one specific bit of the controller will vibrate, and it can even change accordingly to, again, however the programmer deems fit, and that's what this game is
By that
showcasing.
logic, it seems like this game is.
No, I'm
when you describe
done.
it like that, it sounds like.
Go ahead.
Okay, when you describe it like that, it sounds like the game must be constantly vibrating to some degree. Then.
Yes, basically whenever you're walking, you can feel a slight tap to simulate the feeling of the footsteps when you're, stepping on something. Again, it's something, it can vary from very, very subtle taps to something that's genuinely, you can even fail to notice it. Again, I can totally understand why Herman Hulse asked Team Azobi to make this for the launch, because this is so useful, so that people can truly get a grip on what exactly the DualSense is all about.
No peeping, Astro.
Spa.
Well, the bots don't really wear clothes to begin with anyway, so... So you go, taking a cue from Sonic Adventure 1, we also can take showers.
It's a good job they're waterproof.
Well, they're very...
we already figured that out. It's raining in this console.
They're very advanced bots, Dwebs. Mark Cerny designs his bots well, it seems.
That's like a neck.
Oh, well, technically, Knack is not actually a robot.
What's the gimmick here?
Well, actually, Knack is not a robot. He's actually an ancient being of magical.
Well, okay, it's more akin to a golem, Drova.
Well, that's the thing. They do describe him as a robot powered by the relics here and
Okay,
there.
how does the Spring Mario clone work?
Basically, you use one of the triggers, and there's the feel. Okay, you know how when you try to get a spring and you try to compress it on your own, and there's that resistance when you try to do it. That's exactly what it feels when you're trying to do. There you go, it even just right there. You hold the trigger, and you let go, and the spring will catapult you there, and you can feel the resistance simulating the resistance of an actual spring. Again, it's to showcase how the haptics work. Oh, sorry. In this case, the adaptive. Sorry. In this case, the adaptive triggers. Sorry. Switch my terms there. Puzzle piece. There we go. But obviously, the harder you push into the trigger, the higher you jump. Basically.
I'm guessing your favorite vehicle is in GPU Jungle.
Yes, actually. Good guess. There we go.
So, from what I can understand, okay, so the theme of the first level, Memory Meadow was
Meadow.
essentially an overall adventurescape. The idea behind the second world was essentially making your way up to space. This, I guess, seems to be chilling at a resort, I guess?
Basically, yeah. Kind of. It basically, Jova, it involves water and ice themed levels, like because there's going to be an ice section later. So basically, again, they also want to showcase various different types of platforming tropes. Anyway, there you go, artifacts. The PS Move Sharpshooter met with resistance.
There was a similar one for the release of Cabela's Dangerous Hunt video games, but it was mostly manufactured by Activision.
Go, yes, Jova, keep going.
The weird thing about this level is like, okay, with the first two levels, I get how those would tie into their respective consoles. Memory Meadow, of course that would tie into the PlayStation. The ultimate nostalgia trip. The SSPD
SSD Speedway.
Shooting to the stars. Of course that fits with the PS2 because the PS2 literally did rocket to the stars and became the highest selling console of all time. As for this, I'm not quite seeing how this ties into the PS3 yet.
My guess
it's also describing internal in a romanticized version of internal components on the PS5.
No artifacts. The PS Move shooting attachment. Stop, or my move will shoot. Ha 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 ha.
Funny.
Oh
Basically,
I actually remember these things.
Basically, sure, that's a
never
reference
saw
to.
it.
Basically, sure, that's a reference to a Stallone movie. My guess, Jova, is they couldn't really come up with something that was like very highly descriptive of the PS3's history. So they just went with whatever. I don't know.
They're the awkward middle child.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
In the meantime, guess what? Those bots are playing Dude Raider. For those who don't know what Dude Raider is, Dude Raider was actually, Shiroi, the prototype name of Uncharted during development because one of the big inspirations was Tomb Raider. So it's kind of like how Super Mario.
What's called Sonic Sass.
Sonic's ass, yeah. And Super Mario Galaxy 2 during production was called Super Mario Galaxy More. Because it was originally meant as kind of like an expansion, more like, but then it got turned into a full-blown sequel. Oh look, a cardboard box. In fact, it's a solid state cardboard box. It says right there.
Solid state.
You're supposed to hide in there. Stop peeking.
Let's hit him. See what happens.
Sweet.
Oh no!
Bot! What's going on? Bot! All right.
Let him hide.
Yeah, why don't the enemies do that? Kick the box.
Well, because they had nothing to suspect of a typical normal
What
cardboard
is this
box.
mysterious box that doesn't fit with any of the other?
Ooh.
Yes.
That's
Oh god. Okay.
Time for the ice section that I mentioned earlier.
So we go from the luscious beach area to a winter wonderland.
Again, Joe, but they couldn't come up with a visual metaphor like the ones you described earlier, so fuck it, let's go with...
Don't you... No, wait, I got it. Behold, the PS3, famous for overheating so much that it needs loads of fans, or freezing terribly.
Well, actually, Jova, that actually does fit, because the original Fat model that was released in 2006, that one did have the fame of easily overheating, so yeah, that actually does kind of fit, yeah.
That's the one I had. It was a noisy bugger.
There's the very infamous image of someone actually using it instead to cook sausages.
I will say this though, if that is truly what they were going for, then congrats on Sony finally learning how to take the
PS Move navigation controller. The motion control is left-hand man. That's the thing, Jova.
AKA, we really wanted to copy the Wii again.
That's the thing, that's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing too. It happens all the time. Remember, recently Phil Spencer even said that they're going to try to adopt the DualSense technology when it comes to the haptics and adaptive triggers. So you know how it is too. When a competitor is succeeding at some kind of new thing, the competitors will.
I understand that, but there's kind of an art in doing it. That there's a more elegant way, and then there's the shameless.
Well, obviously, but look, all these bots look really scared about something.
Oh, I know this one.
Mm-hmm. Look, Tail, a butterfly.
That racing game Among Us.
No, it's look at the butterfly. That butterfly has quite the effect on these people, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
It's Until Dawn, by the way.
Yes.
There's the dude with the glasses there.
Until Dawn.
AKA,
Until
the
Dawn.
David
AKA
Cage game
David
actually
Cage
done right.
game done better.
Mm-hmm. By Supermassive Games.
Because
They're not.
it doesn't have David Cage attached.
Oh, and by the way, yes, Nicholas, I also played Super Mario Galaxy. Yes. Yeah. Astro moves in this ice terrain exactly like Mario does in the Galaxy games. So yeah, you can tell Nicholas is a fan. Triangle, circle, X,
Circle.
square.
Square.
All right.
Enix.
No.
Thanks
Stop
for the.
hitting the penguins.
But it gives me coins. Oh look, he loves his. There you go.
Oh no!
It's like in
You
GTA.
monster!
It's like in our playthrough of GTA 5, where I help the people get their wallets back only to shoot them a second.
All right, let's push the. What are you?
Well, you said you'd get that wallet back. You didn't say you wouldn't kill them.
What are you two?
mean-
Whatever.
Exactly.
New artifact.
Ooh.
Oh, a PS3 game disc. Perfect blue.
Haha,
Get it?
because it's Blu-ray.
So yeah, bot sharded, made by Team Azobi. All the-
Sobi makes everything.
I know, right? All right, moving
I
on.
think they were the greatest company who lived or something.
All right, there you go.
Just in case you don't need to do the whole trip again.
All right, get some more coins and let's move on. And there we go.
Oh, great.
And there we go.
To be fair,
Yay!
Ribs, if you know what to do with enemies, the pattern is easy to recognize.
Well, Dweb's already admitted that he kind of sucks at this game, so we have to take it from his perspective.
Well, I mean, for the story, I actually managed to get past triangle, square, ice, cavern first go.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
So you did the world's out of order, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the worlds
Well,
can be.
there is no set order.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yes, like Dwebs just said, you can do the levels in any order you want, Mega Man style. However, I chose to go through the chronological order of the consoles because, well, might as well, right?
Why not?
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, you missed the coin.
That's okay.
Oh
Dwebs.
no.
That's okay, Dwebs. I can get more in other places. You can easily redo levels anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It's the puzzle pieces was we need to count.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't seem to do anything dickish with how they hide some of the puzzle pieces or, make it so that it's, incredibly uber talented and tough to
To
get
be fair, Java, again, they also have the whole int system, so again, they can do whatever they want at the end of the day.
Well, there's also the fact too that this game is meant to just be a fun little tech demo, so obviously they're not going to make it too hard.
I'm mostly responding to what Jova has said about it. I mean, at the end of the day,
There you go.
thanks to that feature, you can any potential creepiness can be mitigated anyway. So they could have potentially just put there.
It depends on whether or not the game. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it really depends on developers. This has potential for to be misused a lot. But again, only time will tell. Oh no, the platform, no!
Well, Teo, it's two. That's two things. One, the player only uses it if he wants to. And second, it's a PlayStation Plus feature anyway, so it's not like people will be able to get around it without get access to it.
I didn't actually knew that it was tied to PS
It's
Plus.
it's one of the primary new perks that PS5 users get as a trade for the value of the PS
Okay,
Plus.
that makes sense.
Well,
Look at that! Those two bots are hiding from a very dangerous bot.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, Shiro.
Well, the other one is threatening to break with the capsule, and he really shouldn't.
Well, Shiro. To be fair, you gotta give the.
No. My question was, what is blocked behind PS Plus?
The activities feature where you check videos for solutions to things you can figure out.
Basically, your own personal strategy guide. If you're in trouble.
Basically, it's one of those things. Basically, Shiro, there's two primary benefits that PS Plus users get on the PS5: the activities feature that I just mentioned, and the PlayStation Plus collection. Meaning, most of the best PS4 games available to you immediately for free.
Bot Evil, maybe. Bot Hazard.
Yeah, it's Resident Evil, basically. Specifically.
Also.
It mixes a bit of both because the scientist bot is clearly sharing, the Birkin, while the other two were Jill and Chris from one.
In the meantime, this is PlayStation VR Worlds.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Actually, I was going to suggest that the scientist bot might be Albot Wesker.
True, but Birkin is famous for being the one that instigated the Raccoon City breakout.
Wow, that bot is a great meditator. I
know, right?
Yes.
He's really concentrating in his karma.
Yes.
To be fair, Mega Man X proves that robots can have a soul, so why not?
He's so strong that even those fish can disturb his chi. Alright.
Well, let's just maybe eating good tonight.
Well, Shiro, look at it this way. Still, it's still better than trying to double the price and not adding any new features. Am I right, Jova?
Yeah, and then don't you know, people having so much backlash against it that you backtrack on it the same day.
Again, it's like many people pointed out, because they've been in people's good graces somewhat for some reason, they thought they could get away with it. No, you can't.
That's why I don't trust them, Shiroi, because the moment they think they're in your good graces, they'll immediately take advantage of you. That's why I don't trust them. Anyway,
about a lot of companies.
We're not here to talk about that though, so let's just Okay, so one thing you have to do is while you're in this fog form, you cannot go into the water because you'll freeze and die. So be careful. Basically, so make good use of it. This is another example
because frogs totally can go into the water.
In order to break those blocks,
these bots are really having a party up there.
Yep, that one is climbing the light.
They must be enjoying a great round of PlayStation Battle Bots Royale.
I forgot what's the car combat game coming on PS5 called? Destruction All Stars.
Destruction All Stars. Yes. All right.
That's for the PS.
Cool.
It's gonna be it's a new PlayStation 5 exclusive, but that is actually gonna be offered to PlayStation Plus users for free right from day one, which is pretty cool. So I'll try it out for myself. I'll tell you how it is later.
More balls.
There you go. Alright, let's see what's in here. Again, be careful. You have to make sure you don't fall in the water.
Be careful not to fall.
Literally. And let's see what we got. Ooh.
Oh, the PSP UMD.
The PSP UMD makes a strong case.
Made by Asobo Studios.
The UMDs.
I mean, they actually broke a little easily, but okay.
And we were so impressed.
Remember, she said it says a strong case, not the disc itself.
When it came to the PSP, I had actually two models. One where I was emulating the shit out of everything, and the other where I was only purchasing digitally because it was more convenient that way.
When I first got a UMD, I thought you had to take the disc out.
Me too. Well, pretty much everyone fell for that because Sony didn't bother to explain well that shit. Sadly,
I never.
I was talking about Pedro, the one that the disc is supposed to stay in.
I never got the design of that with the PSP.
Why not just use a mini disc?
or a cartridge.
Well, that's the thing. It is a mini disc. It's just.
But don't you see,
But a mini disc that's just the CD.
Don't you see, your cartridges be evil, yo?
Oh no, it pops.
That's the thing, Shiroi. The PSP that I did own had a custom firmware where I just played ISOs, so I never had to deal with. So I never had to deal with UMDs personally.
Congrats! You pretty much used the PSP for its best function. Emulator.
Hey, look!
Oh, that bot is a pair of magical scissors.
Yeah.
Looks familiar.
Yeah, it does. Bot a
He's putting
tier.
on quite the show, ain't he?
Puppet bot. Alright. Alright. And here's another bit. Like, you have to constantly... Taking a cue from Super Mario Sunshine, you have to make sure you're always in a place where you won't fall. Just keep moving while the block keeps rotating, basically. Alright, here's another one. And button. And once again.
Oh shit.
Again,
but this is a square, so it's more difficult.
There you go.
Also,
And...
it's a circle inside a square. What is this, Apollo 13? Oh,
Here it is.
the
The PlayStation Portable loves being held.
Oh, my,
the PlayStation Portable.
I'll say this, for as much as I love that console, the analog stick was a pain in the ass. It broke so easily.
I thought it was a speaker.
No.
I don't think I ever used the analog stick on that.
But still, despite everything, I still love the PSP. Like it really helped me on the.
I'll say this: the PSP.
It was an RPG machine.
But even so, thanks also to the emulation, of course, like Joe also mentioned before. But honestly, I had more fun with it, mostly even compared to the Nintendo DS. The Nintendo DS had more stuff onto it, and especially more exclusives. But the stuff that I actually did play on the PSP was pretty solid.
Yeah, nowadays...
I think here's the thing about the PSP. It was a very ambitious thing. Unfortunately, it had a lot of expenses to it, which meant that it had a bit of a rough type here. That said, though, so obviously, what we need to do is build a good foundation and then have a very good follow-up with the PS Vita.
That's another time.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the introduction of the.
And look at that. Look at that.
The original used to start off.
Yep.
Yeah, so the orchestra tuning up thing.
All right. I might get trampled for this, but the PS3's OS system never really captured me the way that the opening for the PlayStation of the PlayStation.
Look at that. That bot is
riding is safe.
It's you can say he's a very sly bot, wouldn't you say, Teo?
Ha 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 ha. Get out of there. Get out.
Yeah, seriously, why don't the enemies just do that?
So Teo, so Pedro, was that Teo bot you were talking about?
No, I already.
No, remember it was in the previous part.
Oh right,
they were playing
God of War. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, bit of a hot take. The PS3's opening and menu just feels so lame compared to the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2.
I like them if only they weren't so fucking slow.
This place is a nice vibe, though.
Bottle wrapper.
And Unjammer Botany? I don't know.
Yep. And that one, and that bot over there on the left is using his SingStar microphone to so.
Here's hoping it picks it up properly.
You gotta eat the microphone.
And again, rubber ducky, because you gotta have the rubber duckies.
All over the place.
Because why not?
But yeah, you're right. I mean, this level was over actually pretty quickly.
Oh look, the waterfall is a PS3 Slim, by the way. a white PS3 Slim.
Very on the nose.
Also, I just realized that the slide was literally in the shape of the PS3 Boomerang controller.
Yep.
Part of me does kind of want to see what life would have turned out like if they had actually gone with that design for the PS3 controller.
Speaking of the devil.
The fat model.
Oh boy. So many mixed
the play-
Sorry, I want to see the details.
The PlayStation 3 with great power. ...
Comes great price tag.
Get
Yes.
get it, guys, because the PlayStation 3 used the same font as Spider-Man 3.
Yep.
So we
Raimi
take
trilogy.
the half the line.
The Raimi trilogy in general. Let's just start with the first movie.
Yeah. Okay, the PS3. So many mixed emotions come to mind with this console.
Notice
Okay,
the bottom
it
right
had-
corner, by the way. Did you notice that?
Yeah. I'm still using it to these days,
Like how the
also
PS2
for
had the
recording
spinning-
stuff.
Like how the PS2 had the spinning thing.
So I'm pretty fine with it, but yeah, it still was a rocky set of years.
Like,
Sadly.
okay, the PS3 is widely regarded as Sony's equivalent to the Xbox One. It was...
That being said,
growing pains all over the place.
that being said, Sony managed to, at the very least, over the course of the lifespan, managed to get a lot of great games for it. That wasn't the case at the Xbox One.
Growing pains. They still hurt, but you get somewhere at the end.
When did the PS3 come out?
2006.
2006, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we're old, Shiroy.
No. Remember, I got this thing because
For
of a
Sonic
certain game that was
06.
out that year.
Yeah, that
Sure.
PS3
Sure.
launched here. Europe.
Oh, the start of PSP.
PS,
I mean, I think
PS
06 actually came out in 07 here, didn't it?
Yeah, basically the PS3 launched in 2007, where Sonic 06 was the launch title.
Mm-hmm.
Again. Fun fact, actually. I remember as a kid, I was so sad that my family for the first time was not getting a Sony console, because my parents were not exactly on the PS3 train.
Bought a pod.
Bought a pod.
So-
Cool. Sorry.
Cool. So instead, we ended up getting a Wii, and in hindsight, well,
It was for the
game
better.
the game I really wanted, Sonic 06. Well, I found out years later that game was not very good.
Well, I mean, well, Jeremy, did you buy Sonic Genesis that year?
Well, this
No.
spot still loves it though.
Oh
Yeah, at
God,
least
no!
somebody loves it.
Oh,
Somebody has Thirsty Roy.
I actually love my PS3. When I bought it in 2009, and by that point we had MGS4, Uncharted 2, and other games that were already coming out.
I forgot if I ever told you, Pedro. Did I ever told you what was the first game that I bought when I actually got my PS3 in 2010?
I don't think you did, no.
Final Fantasy 13.
Ugh.
Oh, hey,
Oh, so we both
you-
suffered.
Again,
Well, in different ways.
I bought it for MGS4, basically.
You know. If there's one thing I loved getting to look back at old E3 conferences, it was definitely the 2006 Sony one.
hold on, Java.
Literally getting to see.
Alright, what
Check
are we
this out.
getting for this?
Oh, a PS3
The Slim!
The PlayStation
The one that I
3.
have.
Surely it can't get any smaller than this, can it?
Spoilers, it did.
Thank God, too.
Yeah, that weird tray thing.
Hold on, let's try it. Let's come on, Pedro, press X.
Yes, Pedro.
Thank you. All right, let's try it again. Okay, maybe it can. There you go. The PlayStation 3 Super Slim. There you go.
The one with the tray that just won't stay frickin' shut.
Still.
Oh, yeah.
This is the
Depends
one
on
I
how
have.
big and closing it like that.
Still, though,
He's having a
I will
seizure.
admit I will admit that tray was flipping cool.
All
It's
right.
also one thing that the console needed, because one fear that people might have had was like, oh no shit, what if my PSP breaks while the disc is inside?
Yeah.
Oh look,
That
it's
was-
the PSP GPS receiver. Helps you find your way around in any dark dungeon.
Yes, Libs, this was actually a thing. I also remember a lot of car commercials around the time actually had promotions that if you buy the car, you got essentially two PSPs inside that you could also attach to monitors behind the seats of the parents.
Basically, I bought my PS3 specifically in 2009, not in 2008, because in 2008.
PlayStation Home, I remember that.
Yeah, basically, I didn't buy it straight away in 2008 because there were already rumors about the Slim coming, so I decided to wait for that.
Sackboy, you Sackboy lives. You asked it a couple of parts ago.
This bot is gonna apparently take Sackboy apart.
Yes, he is, and see what makes him tick.
All right, what's the last artifact?
The PSP microphone. Talk, man.
You're talking to me.
Yeah, that's right. Remember, folks, you had to attach a microphone to the PSP back in the day.
I don't even know for what specific usage.
Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was like any game required it specifically, Joey. I think it was just for multimedia recording purposes. I think.
No, was it also useful, for example, for some multiplayer games?
That too. Yeah. That too. Yeah, but well, but that's fine if you ask me.
I still don't remember a lot of people using it though.
Hey, look, guys. Three different models of PS3.
Guys, don't stand on top of the tray, please.
Because what could happen? Come on. Oh, this. Well, they do manage to still be in one piece. So at least this one don't fly away.
This is the one I have currently.
I have both a Slim with custom firmware and a Super Slim with that's not modded. Hey, look, PlayStation Home.
If the PS3 with the current app gets busted out, I'll probably find a way to get a Super Slim at that point. Might as well.
Yeah, at this point they're very cheap to get.
I'll admit. Okay, I'll just say it like this. The PS3 is definitely a textbook example of you take the bad with the good.
Sure.
I will not act like it did not give us anything good. Oh no, it did get us a lot of good. However, it still does frustrate me because it is a constant reminder of how bad Sony's hubris can get.
But yeah, to continue what I was saying, basically, by the time that the Slim came out in 2009, by that time, Little Big Planet was out, MGS4 was out, Uncharted 1 was out, Uncharted 2 was about to release. So it was a really good time for me, and I really loved all of those games anyway. So that's the thing, Jova. I bought the PS3 right at the right moment where it really was starting to come into its own. So fortunately, I avoided those early years. So my personal experience was much better than a lot of people. Yes,
yeah, I mean, you get...
Yes, Whips? Oh, an X on the cube.
You know, I just thought, could you imagine if the original T actually looked PS3? Those consoles would have exploded.
Anyway, a new speedrun level unlocked. Master the Spring to challenge it, blah, blah, blah. If I remember correctly, now I'm gonna show off, the gun. Or is it the gun? I do remember I'm still gonna do something before we finish the part. Let me see what it is. Let's see what it is. Yeah, it is. I think I'm gonna get the gun now. There you go. Alright. There we are.
Oh no!
Eat lead, motherfuckers!
Oh yes!
Oh no!
Oh yes!
No.
Yes!
The humanity! Well,
Oh
whatever the hell
my
that
God.
is, because of her bots.
The robot humanity, too.
Alright, I forgot that robots are people, my bad.
And of course, shooting them makes them follow you.
Yes.
Huh.
Go follow me, obedient little pawns.
Jesus.
So it would seem.
Oh, calm down,
This
CP.
is what a corrupted PS5 looks like.
What?
I like how even the CPU was telling you to knock it off.
Bye, Astro. Okay.
Bye.
Well, that was a dark ending.
Yes. Alright, everybody. Tune in next time where we go into the final world of the game, GPU Jungle.
Yay.
Yay.
Try to be fun.
See ya.